Doraemon, one of the most famous cartoon characters in the world, is loved by children and adults everywhere. With the help of gadgets from the future, this blue robot cat always helps Nobita, a clumsy, weak, and often troubled boy. Who didn't want to have their own Doraemon when they were kids, right? But is this lovable character truly lovable? With a design like this, how could he be a villain, right? If we look deeper into the storyline and actions of Doraemon, a strange but intriguing theory emerges. Hello, dreamers. Welcome back to the Theory Hub, where we talk to you about things that probably won't happen, but at least it's interesting. I'm Lander, and today we're going to explore the hypothesis. Could Doraemon be the villain in his own story? First, let's consider Doraemon's actions and personality. Doraemon always appears to rescue Nobita from difficult situations. But at the same time, Doraemon is the one who provides the gadgets that Nobita often misuses, leading to even more troublesome situations. If Doraemon truly wanted to help Nobita effectively, shouldn't he supervise the boy more closely and guide Nobita on how to use the gadgets properly, instead of just handing him powerful tools? This can be seen as a sophisticated strategy to keep Nobita dependent on him, thus ensuring that Doraemon always has a reason to stay and intervene in the boy's life. Providing powerful gadgets without careful guidance can be seen as a way for Doraemon to maintain control and influence over Nobita. Doraemon has a kind and lovable appearance, but his constant presence in Nobita's life can be seen as a form of control. He's always there to help Nobita, but also always there to remind Nobita of his helplessness. Doraemon often criticizes Nobita for his laziness and lack of effort, but rarely truly helps him develop the necessary skills to solve problems on his own. This creates a dependent relationship, where Nobita never truly grows up and becomes independent. Another important factor to consider is Doraemon's long-term goal. According to the story, Doraemon was sent from the future to help Nobita improve his life and ensure a good future for the Nobi family. However, we need to question the true purpose of those who send Doraemon to the past. Do they genuinely care about Nobita's and his family's future, or do they have some hidden motive? Doraemon never fully reveals the future world he comes from, nor the detailed reasons why Nobita needs to change. This leads to the theory that there might be a hidden agenda behind Doraemon being sent to the past. Doraemon might be carrying out a secret mission, not just to help Nobita, but perhaps to change the past to achieve a specific future outcome. Doraemon possesses a magical pocket containing numerous gadgets with unimaginable power. Having such a treasure trove of gadgets gives Doraemon tremendous power, enough to manipulate and control events in Nobita's life. This creates a situation where Doraemon can influence every aspect of Nobita's life, from academics and friendships to romantic relationships. In many episodes, we see Doraemon frequently using gadgets to intervene in situations that Nobita faces. However, it's noteworthy that many of these gadgets, instead of solving the problem completely, often create new troubles. This not only makes Nobita rely more on Doraemon, but also creates a vicious cycle of dependency and trouble. Doraemon can easily create situations to control Nobita using his gadgets. For example, in the episode where Doraemon uses the Mirror of Truth, Nobita sees a future where he becomes successful, but is alienated by his family and friends. This gadget might make Nobita think that changing the present is necessary, but it also evokes a fear of losing his loved ones. The relationship between Doraemon and Nobita also warrants close examination. Although Doraemon always appears to be a good friend, always willing to help Nobita, in many cases, Doraemon also has actions and words that could make Nobita feel insecure and dependent. Doraemon often criticizes Nobita for his laziness and lack of perseverance. but doesn't truly help the boy develop the necessary skills to stand on his own. This can be understood as a form of mental control, making Nobita always feel that he cannot solve problems on his own and always needs Doraemon's help. This not only affects Nobita's self-esteem, but also creates a long-term dependency, preventing Nobita from ever truly growing up and becoming independent. Doraemon may keep Nobita in a prolonged state of helplessness, where the boy always feels he needs Doraemon's help to overcome daily challenges. This creates a vicious cycle of dependency, where the more Nobita relies on Doraemon, the weaker and less confident he becomes. This not only affects Nobita's personal development, but also creates an unhealthy dependency in their relationship. There are some episodes in the Doraemon series that show another side of this character. For example, in some episodes, we see Doraemon using gadgets for personal gain or to retaliate against bullies. These actions show that Doraemon doesn't always act in Nobita's best interest, but also has his own agendas. Another example is the episode Doraemon and the Moon. In this episode, Doraemon uses a gadget to create a fantasy world on the moon, where he and Nobita can live the life they desire. However, this is not just about helping Nobita, but also shows that Doraemon has the ability to create and control imaginary realities, thus easily manipulating Nobita's mind and emotions. Furthermore, there are episodes where Doraemon uses gadgets to transform the world around him in the way he wants. For example, in one episode, Doraemon uses a gadget to transform Nobita and his friends' appearances, making them look like characters from a fairy tale. This not only creates humorous situations, but also shows that Doraemon has the ability to control and manipulate reality as he wishes. If we consider Doraemon from a villain's perspective, some of Doraemon's actions and decisions become more understandable. Keeping Nobita in a state of dependency, using gadgets to create new troubles, and having almost absolute control over Nobita's life all suggest that Doraemon may have a hidden agenda. Doraemon might be executing a long-term plan to alter the timeline in a way that benefits a certain power in the future. This could include keeping Nobita in a weak and dependent state to control him easily, as well as using gadgets to manipulate events and outcomes in the desired direction. Another aspect to consider is Doraemon's constant presence in Nobita's life. Although Doraemon always appears to be a good friend, his constant presence can be seen as a form of surveillance and control. Doraemon always knows everything happening in Nobita's life and can intervene at any moment. This creates an unhealthy dependency and prevents Nobita from ever truly having the chance to grow up and become independent. There are other factors that could strengthen the theory that Doraemon is the villain. For example, the presence of gadgets with incredible power and the ability to change reality can be seen as a way for Doraemon to maintain power share and control. Doraemon's willingness to use these gadgets to solve Nobita's problems can be understood as a way to maintain the boy's dependency on him. Moreover, Doraemon might have a hidden purpose related to changing the timeline. If Doraemon truly comes from the future, he might have information and knowledge about events happening in the past and present. This allows Doraemon to manipulate events in a way that benefits a certain future goal. Doraemon is a complex character, and the theory that this robot cat could be the villain in his own story opens up many new and interesting perspectives. Although this is just a theory, and there's no clear evidence to confirm it, looking at Doraemon from a different perspective can help us better understand the motivations and actions of this character. Doraemon may not be a villain in the traditional sense, but Doraemon's actions in relationship with Nobita certainly raise many thought-provoking questions. If this theory is correct, then Doraemon is not just a friend from the future to help Nobita, but also a character with complex motives and long-term plans. Doraemon's use of gadgets to control and manipulate Nobita's life can be seen as a strategy to achieve a greater purpose. In any case, the story of Doraemon and Nobita remains a classic, bringing many lessons and joy to readers of all ages. And that is our entire theory about it. Could Doraemon be the villain in his own story? Don't forget to suggest to the Theory Hub about the topic we should do next. And I'm Lander, wishing you all a happy day.